right, now joined by head coach Danielle Robinson, Cleveland State, Dylan Arnett, Taj Stavesky. Again, we'll get an opening statement from Coach, and then questions for the student athletes, and question for Coach. Coach, go right ahead.
First of all, I want to give Youngstown a ton of credit. Man, hard-fought game. Those guys gave everything they had. We knew it was going to be this type of game, and so give them a ton of credit. You know, just really to our guys, man, it's a special time of the year, but you know, when it's over, it's over. And so this is, man, crushing. Man, just really proud of their effort, really proud of how we came along from where we started to ending up here in Indianapolis. Man, I wouldn't want to go to war with any other group.
All right, questions for both Dylan and Taj first. Bob, we'll let you start.
Bob McDonald, Horizon Roundtable. This question is for either of you. I guess the question I have for both of you is kind of what is the best thing you guys took away from this season? I know the results weren't there at the end in this last game, but what are the best things that you guys took away from this season?
I mean, I think the best thing that we took away as a group and personally is just like you just got to keep going. And when adversity hits, I mean, we battled through a lot of adversity. And even when we went on our 13-win streak, I mean, we battled through adversity and we just kept going. And Coach had an image of this guy chopping tunnels, and it's diamonds. It's like a pit of diamonds at the end. And the guy at the top, he was just chopping away, and he was probably like halfway there. And the guy at the bottom, he turned back around, and he was probably like man, like a yard away. And we were the guys at the top the whole season. So, yeah.
Further questions for the student athletes? Okay, guys, we'll let you go. Thank you very much. Coach, we'll make sure we get more questions for you. Further questions for Coach Robinson. Bob, go ahead.
Question is, you know, you mentioned your defense, and, you know, we've talked about this, about how it's elite. And this was kind of a low-scoring affair. And I guess my question is, would there have been any kind of things that you might have thought of differently, you know, especially in the second half? I mean, you guys definitely came back, and it was a back-and-forth battle. I'm not sure where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
Well, to do anything differently, no. Man, Youngstown State's a great defensive team, too. They play, you know, they get after it. The score was, what, 54 or 56, 54. So, you know, it was, yeah, it was a hard defensive battle, and, man, they came out on top.
Any further questions for Coach? Let's go over here, please.
Tristan Freeman, fan-sided. Coach, coming into the season, you lost a lot of production. There were certainly questions, particularly in the front court. Based on what happened throughout the year with guys like Dylan Arnett stepping up, what were your overall thoughts on play of particularly returners who came in with bigger roles?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the question. You know, coming into it, we lost 70% of our scoring, 60% of our rebounding, and none of our guys were picked to be on any all-league team. And so, and I think we finished with 6 guys being represented with those postseason honors. It just speaks to the character of our guys and how hard they work, how they're invested in their development, how they've bought into what we've asked them to do, and you know, the growth. Like Tevin Smith, you know, I think he went from averaging 5 or 7 points a game to 14. Dylan Arnett just continues to get better each night. Chase Robinson came in, was the 6th man of the year. And so those guys that return, they developed, they got better, and you know, they trust what we're doing. And so, you know, we're really fortunate to be able to get here to Indianapolis, and we don't take that for granted. You know, and there's just another step for us to take, and you know, we fell short tonight. And man, my heart goes out to those guys because I know that this is something that they work and live for every single day. And you know, a part of me feels like, man, I couldn't do enough for them to get them over the hump because they gave everything they had. And so, you know, that's a little bit of frustration. I know that's probably not your question, but you know, these guys, and you know, Abrima Diba came here, man, after having 2 surgeries, not playing for almost 2 years, and man, he was a great leader every single day. These 2 kids sitting up here, Taj, Stavesky, the same way. Those guys, you know, they're just great kids, and man, you know, when you have a group like this, you don't want it to end.
Anything further for Coach? Bob?
This question is specifically about Chase and Tevin. These guys have been in the program for a while. They've grown, to me, they've grown into the leaders of this group, and they've been recognized. I mean, Tevin was first team all conference. Chase was 6th man of the year. Looking at their development, how do you feel that they best represented Cleveland State as it relates to, you know, just their work ethic and how they've been able to overcome and get that type of recognition?
Yeah, well, their commitment to it, their commitment to what we, you know, what our expectations are. And these things are, you know, it's not just what we do on the court, it's what we do every single day, what we do in the classroom, what we do in the community, what we require our guys to do and to be a part of Cleveland State. And, you know, when you get a guy like Tevin that had been at another university, Chase had been at D2 for a few years, and then to come in and jump, you know, and go both feet in on what you're doing. I mean, we start our days at 7:30, and you know, and we go, and we ask these guys to do a ton, and so their growth on the court is a byproduct of all the things that they do leading up to the games. And the hours they spend working on their game, the hours they spend studying film, all those things. And so, you know, just really proud of them that, you know, we feel like once they leave here, they'll be able to be successful in anything that they do. You know, they've come from great families, and so we just, you know, wanted to continue to help develop them holistically.
Coach, we'll let you go at that. 21
All right.
wins is a heck of a season. I hope there's a postseason look for you someplace. Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Folks, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.